guys, so today I had to stop at the market for some coffee to wake my butt up because it is raining and so dreary, but I have a pretty exciting day planned today. Unfortunately, Eric is working, but I have an indoor yard sale to go to plus a rummage sale, so I am excited for both these things. This video is going to be all about the indoor yard sale first, because that's where I'm going to first. That opens sooner than the rummage sale, so I'm excited to go over there. The lady that puts it on does work at the auction house that I haven't gone to in a while. There's a certain auction house that I haven't gone to in a really long time, but she's so sweet, and she always has just indoor yard sales in like her big pole barn garage. So that is where I'm heading today. Sometimes I find stuff there, sometimes I don't. So it's kind of like a hit or miss thing. So I'm not quite sure what she has in for this week. It's been a couple months now since she's had a sale, so hopefully she got in some new stuff. So let's head on over there and see if we can find anything.
Alright guys, so as I was trying to edit this video, I noticed that my voice was really low when I was talking throughout the filming of this video, so I decided to do a voiceover. So this is only my second time doing a voiceover. Hopefully this one is better than the first. So we're just going around and looking at everything at this indoor yard sale that I stopped at. I just really liked the look of this pot for your water to water your plants. When I looked that up, it really wasn't worth much, and this was a shoe polisher. That was pretty cool. It did say on the tag that it worked. Over here was just some tools and wooden hangers. This yard sale is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I find stuff, sometimes I don't. I did get a couple of things here, but for the most part, it was just going to take a look at everything. These were just some old country living magazines. They were from the 80s. I think they were from 1987. She was selling them for $1. It did seem like lots of those can sell, not for like crazy money or anything like that, but you know, if you have obviously more than one. This was like an old antique baby doll cradle. It actually made music, almost like a Jack-in-the-Box is what it sounded like. I loved the illustrations on it. I thought it was so cute. It was $12, kind of large to ship, and this was an old Fisher-Price toy. I had to play with it because, well, I have to play with things. I can't help myself. But that cradle would have been really cute if you have like an antique booth or something like that. Seems like a lot of resellers, especially ones that go to auctions, do have antique booths. I don't have an antique booth, but if I did, I probably would have bought that cradle, even to just put like old baby dolls in or stuff like that. This was just an old well, maybe not old, cigar box. It was a nice box though, great for storage and organization. These were a lot of just flats of wooden, just craft painted pieces. These flats here, Eric and I saw these I think last time we were at this sale, and we decided not to get them. They're like camper tiki bar type lights. They were made in Philippines, definitely vintage. I mean, they do have that distressed look because obviously people were using them, but I did end up buying those. You can see I went and sat them up at the table, so we'll see how they go. They look really nice too, lit up. So I'm just kind of taking a look all over the place, just making sure that I don't miss seeing anything. These were just like bundles of old washcloths she put together as cleaning rags for $1. So a lot of people use those for cleaning rags. So I know my aunt and uncle were heading up to the sale the following day, and he's a mechanic and is always using old rags and stuff, so he probably bought a couple. These were just some clothes. I just kind of take a look through just to make sure there's no like random vintage pieces just mixed in, hiding under the piles or anything like that. The prices on her stuff are really good prices. I mean, very cheap. And like I said, sometimes, I do well and I find a lot of stuff there, and other times not so much. I was a little late getting there this day. I was behind slightly. This was just an old little girl's dress, not in the best condition. If this were like a vintage dress that was really frilly, the really frilly dresses, they can sell really well. I just said really way too many times. Let's see, this was just kind of like a decorative rack, a display rack. I don't know if that was for like those collector type plates. I wasn't quite sure exactly what it was intended purpose was. That just looks like it was a print out of something that someone framed. It was cute, had two little monkeys on. And then down here further, I saw these. Someone made these and then framed them. They were had like a strawberry print by Paragon. They were really cute. I passed on those though. And this was just like I guess an old bowling towel. It was pretty stained up. And then that scarf, that was a nice scarf, had like a nautical theme to it, but it didn't have like a brand or anything on it. And this box was just like a lot of older linens and crochet pieces, I guess doilies is what you would call them. I debated getting it, but I wasn't quite sure how it would do, and if, it would do better if I just like sold it all together, like everything in the box, or to part it out. I'm not 100% comfortable with those types of vintage linens, so maybe I'll have to experiment one day. And then that flat had some old ribbons in. That was like a burlap ribbon, which was pretty cool. And then just some lace and trims in there. Again, something that I don't normally sell, so I'm not sure if there was anything in there that had, a real good value. And these were just these large balls of fabric pieces wound together. That tin was empty. I shook it to make sure. I should have taken a little better look at that Kansas City Chief stuff sitting there, and I didn't. These are some vintage books. The cool thing about these was that they were teacher's editions. The Dick and Jane book that these were in a set of sells well, if you would ever find the Dick and Jane version. But these ones here weren't selling for like crazy money or anything like that. So I decided against those. This was just a music box. And that was like a metal tray of some sort. I didn't even look at the back of it, which I should have taken just a little bit better of a look at it, but I did not. And then these are some Bibles. I think the two with the leather covers were from 1958, or at least the 50s, in the 50s range. Eric and I purchased an antique Bible at auction once before, and we ended up keeping it. It's worth a lot of money, but we ended up keeping it. So maybe one day we'll sell it or not, but I definitely do think older Bibles can sell well. I'm not quite sure if I think that was like a pottery type planter. And I didn't look up that M&M either, so I might be kicking myself for some of this stuff when I go back and edit it again to see some of the completeds and solds on stuff. I look up some things while I'm at sales, and other times I go by instinct, my gut feelings, and then sometimes, there's so much stuff at sales, you can't spend all day looking up absolutely everything. So when I'm editing my videos and then I look stuff up, then I kind of get an idea. So next time I see it, I can pick it up. And this lady has a yard sale pretty frequently, so there's always a chance that stuff might still be there next time I go. So this is just a book of the Revolution. There was some old Life magazines, and my dog is starting to bark at me. And then this was some silverware. And she had $10 on that, but it was a whole set of silverware. I really like the look of this basket of eggs. They were just these plastic eggs, but that would be really cute in like a kitchen that has like that farmhouse decor look to it. I picked up these are just dishwasher rinse aids, but I'm always using dishwasher rinse aid in my dishwasher, and these were $1. I should have just grabbed them, but I didn't because I have a stockpile of rinse aid. This looked like Princess House to me. I'm not sure if it was. I feel like, okay, I was just at an auction the other day and they could barely give the Princess House stuff away. My mom really liked the Princess House, but I don't think all of it has a whole lot of value. I had to pick up the baton and half-heartedly play with that. I used to have a baton when I was little. I never, took classes or anything like that. These are some gelatin molds with some toys mixed in. The nutcrackers were not like German made or anything like that. If they were, I definitely would pick up like the German wooden nutcrackers. And this here looked like a Philly flare horse. It wasn't in very good condition though, so I decided to sit it back down. I mean, it could have been just a Barbie horse, but and then I was just kind of looking through a little bit of the toys. I thought that one was cute. The Campbell's Alphabet Dice Game. I had never seen that before. The lunchboxes didn't have thermoses in them. I was just shaking them to see. I didn't even notice that Care Bears book until right this minute. That's why it's so interesting when you go back to edit a video and you completely see things that it was right in front of your face and you didn't even notice it, kind of thing, while you were there. That's why I like going back around sales more than one time, just to make sure that nothing was missed, but even then things can get missed. This was just some Easter stuff, some eggs, and then she had like a bunch of baskets that you could use as Easter baskets. This one I'm picking up was really nice. It had a nice thick wooden handle that would have been a perfect Easter basket. I don't really do Easter baskets. Sometimes Eric still makes me one. My mom was still making me one up until, she passed away. My aunt still makes me one. Everyone, I guess, just still enjoys putting them together. I plan on making one for Eric this year. Probably just fill it with peanut butter. Reese's peanut butter cups and Reese's peanut butter eggs because they're his favorite. And then over here at the more like kitchen area, there was that old Corningware electric coffee pot that needed a cord. I have one of these. You can't sell them on eBay because of a recall, but my uncle has one and he's looking for one with a cord. Unfortunately, that one did not have a cord. I think you can still sell them for parts on eBay, but you can't sell them as a whole coffee pot anymore. I think this was like maybe a fondue something or other. It came with two little forks, and this was just an old lemon squeezer. And then over here, didn't really see much. It's like a little gravy boat, and I'm not quite sure what that was that I had picked up there. And then on this side, this bottle was empty. I guess it was just like a little storage bottle of some sort. So stay tuned for my haul, guys.
Alright guys, so I apologize. It's been kind of a couple of days since I have posted a video. If you guys have saw my community post, this is like the first time I'm sitting down to record a video, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned it just in case anyone might have missed it and wondering where I have been for the past couple of days. But my dog ended up getting really sick, and Eric and I thought for sure that, you know, this was pretty much going to be like it for her. So we were like a basket case for days on end while she was sick. But this last, we took her into the vet because she had already been in like days prior. Tried a different approach in medication, and she is doing so much better. I actually went out today. Eric stayed home with her still, just to try to get a little bit of normalcy back into our lives, because we haven't been keeping her by herself or anything like that. But she is doing so much better, so I am so thankful for that. So I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone who has been sending positive thoughts and prayers her way, because oh my gosh, she has done like a complete 180 from where she was at. So I am just so relieved, so incredibly relieved. So this video, the footage that you saw before me sitting down here, was recorded at an indoor yard sale that I went to. Oh my gosh, this was like a week or so ago. So I'm just now finally getting ready to sit down and share with you the haul. But I'm also going to share with you a haul of stuff that I picked up at a thrift store around the same time I went to that indoor yard sale. I did not record at the thrift store, but I did want to share what I picked up. So we'll start with the things that I found at the indoor yard sale first. So the first thing I got was this really nice large Indiana glass. This is like a Cubist avocado green glass pitcher. This thing is so heavy. Like, if someone came trying to break into my home, if I whipped this over someone's head, I would probably kill them because it is so incredibly heavy. So the lady had this with a set of glasses for $4. So I decided to list the pitcher separately because in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to ship this pitcher with, how many glasses was it? 5 glasses with this pitcher. My anxiety levels were kind of rising just thinking about that. So I decided to do it separately in hopes that, you know, maybe someone's just looking for the pitcher and doesn't want glasses with it. So this pitcher here I have listed at $25.99, and that is a buy it now price. So I got that up. I do have some amber colored glasses, also Indiana glass listed. Those haven't sold yet, but I got those at her sale once before as well. So the glasses that were with that pitcher were these here. So these are like little juice glasses. So much shorter than, you know, a regular sized drinking glass. But again, the Indiana glass, and they do call this Cubist because of like the cubed look to it. So these, like I said, came with a pitcher for $4. It's a set of 5. I didn't bring them all in here. I mean, they all look like this. So set of 5, I listed these for $24.99, and that is a buy it now price as well. I debated on keeping these because I just love how cute and small they are, and they just feel so nice in your hand. I do have a couple of my mom's Indiana Cubist glasses. She had some blue ones. Alright, next thing I picked up was this string of bamboo lights. These are like camper lights or tiki lights, pretty much anything, like if you want to put them outdoors around like a little bar area or that kind of thing. They're definitely vintage. They're made of bamboo, and they were made in the Philippines. So she had 2 strands of these. When this is all like spread out, it's really long. It's a really long strand of lights. She was selling these for $3 a strand, and there were 2 strands. So I bought both, so a total of $6. And I'm listing each strand separately. So this I have listed at $35.99. Buy it now. Someone else has the same set listed, and I think theirs is a little bit higher than that. I have 2 strands, but I only have the 1 strand currently listed, so I have to get the other one up. I don't have it listed yet, but pretty much everything that I have hauled is listed. I did pick up one vintage yearbook. This one is from 1967, and it is from Poolesville High School, which was in Poolesville, Maryland. It's got lots of signatures in it, which I always love reading those. It's so much fun. So yeah, I like selling vintage yearbooks. She had others, but I didn't pick any of them up. Some of them had kind of like a mildewy look on the covers, but this one seemed to be in really nice condition. It was $1, and I have this listed for $29.99. Buy it now. I've sold some vintage yearbooks in the past. Sometimes I feel like they do sit for a little while, but it's something that I really like looking at personally, so it's just fun to pick them up and look through them. But that's just me. Lights, artwork. Then the only other thing I picked up at her yard sale was this framed print here. The frame that it's in does have a couple nicks here in the wood, but it was from an art gallery, and it's of a Amish boy, kind of like with some horses, like plowing a farm type deal. And it's from the Griebinger Gallery is what it says down here. And the signature of the person that took the photograph says K. Griebinger. So I'm assuming it's whoever owns the gallery or the framing gallery that this was in. This I paid $2 for, and I currently have it on auction with a starting price of $19.99. So we'll see if it sells or not. I don't really buy like artwork and like just, you know, art prints and stuff like that in general, but I decided since it was so cheap I would take a chance with it, so we'll see if it sells. So next I will share with you the things that I purchased at the thrift store. So I found some amazing like glass pieces at the thrift store, so this was exciting. These are Viking glass vases. They're really big. The bottoms here, when I went to list them, I described these bottoms as asparagus because that's what it reminded me of, and someone messaged me. I don't know if it was one of you guys or if it was just someone, you know, that was looking at stuff on eBay, told me that they call this design down here that looks like asparagus, Tundra is like, I guess, the technical term for it. But it is like a swung vase, like that stretched glass. So this one here is slightly smaller. This one measures 17.5 inches tall. I purchased it for $4, and I currently have it on auction with a starting price of $49.99. It definitely seems like these Viking glass vases can sell really well, so we'll see if I can sell that or not. I thought it was so cool, and $4, that's insane. So then the next one is this one here, and this one is slightly larger. This one measures 18.5 inches. So I listed this one a little bit higher since it is bigger. I put this one at $59.99 on auction. So if they don't sell for my starting prices, I'll probably list them as buy it nows for those prices. So we'll see. But those are super cool. And then they also had this guy. And this was also $4, and this is also a Viking glass console bowl. It's really nice, heavy, thick glass. I love like these prong things like sticking off the side. So $4 for this. And I have this on auction for a starting price of $69.99. So we'll see if any of this sells for my starting prices or not. But $4 for each of those pieces I thought was just crazy good. So I snatched them as soon as I saw them. I also picked up this this is a fiber optic Easter rabbit. It's a bunny in a carrot. I'm not gonna get it out of the box just because I already have it like nicely tucked in there, and I do have it listed. But it is fiber optic, so it lights up and flashes like all different colors, and then it also plays a song as well. And it's kind of like activated, like when it ends you just like clap your hands and then it'll start playing the music and the lights will turn back on and everything like that. It does say that there's motion to it, and I don't see motion at all with it, so I think that aspect of it is not working, but the lights and the music does work, and it's really, really pretty lit up and playing. So I paid, I don't have this written down. I feel like I paid either $2 for it, $4 at the most, but I really think it was only $2. And I listed this as an auction with a starting price of $19.99, and it does have a bid, so we'll see if that goes up at all in price, but that's awesome that it already has a bid. I purchased these Clark's boots. These are so stinking cute, guys, and they're my size, so I don't have them listed. I tried them on and they're so cute. I'll probably keep these for next fall. They actually like have a side zip where it opens to put your foot in, and then this side here is more like just there for decoration, and they're in like brand new condition. Like the bottoms look great. It looks like they were originally $39.98, and I got them for $5. So I don't have these listed because I am keeping them, at least for now. I get like that sometimes where it's like I'll have shoes for like the next season, and then if I end up not wearing them at all that season, then I'll list them. So come you know, summertime next year, if I didn't wear these at all this coming fall, then I'll list them. I picked up one cross stitch kit. This is by Sunset, and it's called Spirit of the Wolf. It's really pretty. It's not sealed, but everything is inside that it's supposed to be. I paid $1 for this, and I have it as a buy it now for $24.99. So crafting kits, not all do well, but some of them do. You just have to find the right ones. They had a bunch at the thrift store, and I literally went through every single one, and this was the only one that was really worth picking up. So I got this blanket. This is brand new, still sealed, but vintage. This is new old stock. North Star Legacy Thermal by Chatham. So these blankets here that have this silk trim, these acrylic blankets with the silk trim, people really like these. I love them. I personally love them. I don't know what it is about these blankets, but they're like my favorite kind of blanket. So every time I find one, I'm like, I have to keep that because they're my favorite blankets. But I do have this listed. I paid $6 for it. And I have it listed for $59.99 with as a buy it now price. So it does have one washer already, so we'll see where that goes. It is full size and just a really nice pretty blue color. Funny story, guys. I know I probably mentioned this in a video once before, but Okay, so this was a long time ago, back when my mom was still alive. We were at a yard sale and someone had a blanket like that laying in the grass with like stuffed animals on top. And my mom knows that I loved those blankets. And I told her, I was like, Mom, I wish that blanket was for sale, like that they had the stuffed animals on, because, you know, I wanted the blanket. And she's like, oh, well, I'll ask them if they'll sell it. And she asked the man, she's like, how much do you want for the blanket that the stuffed animals are on? And he gave her this look kind of like, what? Like, why would you want this? You know, he probably just thought it was like a ratty old blanket that he was using to, you know, put the stuffed animals on in the grass. And he's like, well, how about $3? And so she ended up buying me this blanket that this man had the stuffed animals on. He was probably telling everyone that story like the rest of the day, but I love those blankets. So, okay, next is this curling iron. I found this. It was still in its original box. I had never heard of it before. It's not a curling iron in the sense that you would think. It's not electric. You don't plug it in. So you press this part here down and it retracts the bristles up here. So this part is obviously metal. So basically you would, you know, your hair's damp, that kind of thing, curl up your hair, and then with your blow dryer, you're like blowing it dry while your hair's curled in it. So it's drying your hair and curling it at the same time, so it doesn't actually use, like, you don't actually plug it in or anything like that. So definitely like interesting. I had never heard of this brand before in my life. It's called the Fre-Trac 22 here on the box. And funny enough, as I was researching it, because that's like part of the fun to me of reselling, is researching your items. So there was a little instruction paper in here, and it has the date August 26th, 1987 here on the bottom. And then it has an address in York, Pennsylvania, which is where I live. So I was like, what? Like, this was made in the town that I live in. So I did more research, and the address that's actually on here is to a house that has like a salon in it. I don't think it's an operating salon anymore, but it was at one point, and I guess the owner actually invented this thing. So I don't know if he only sold it in his shop or if it was available like as like a mail-in type purchase, but I literally couldn't find anywhere, like nowhere. Like, they don't exist other than this one that I have. So it's just interesting. I thought it was so cool. I don't know how anyone's gonna find it if no one even knew like such a thing existed, but it was $2, and I have that listed as a buy it now for $29.99. So we'll see if it sells or not, but it was really cool to research that. I did get one piece of clothing, and it was this little jacket here. It's a fleece jacket, button up, has two front pockets, and these really pretty embroidered leaves. It's very, like, screams fall to me. Just nice and soft and warm. This is by Bob Mackie, and it's a size 1X. So this Bob Mackie wearable art, sometimes his stuff can sell well. Every piece of his that I have purchased to resell has sold. So anytime I find it, I like to pick it up. The things that he makes and designs is just really pretty. There's a lot of attention to detail in the things that he makes or designs. So this was only $2. $2.50. I lied. $2.50. And I have that listed as a buy it now for $32.99. So I'm hoping come closer to cooler weather that will sell. And just funny enough, I was out thrifting today and I found another Bob Mackie piece. So, and then the last thing that I have is this purse here. And I'm trying to do research on this. I even asked in one of the eBay Facebook groups because I'm having a hard time figuring out who made this purse. So I don't have it listed yet, just because I'm trying to find out more information on it. But it's just this really pretty, nicely well-made black genuine leather crossbody bag. It has this little piece right here, and underneath, and I'll try and show you guys just in case anyone would recognize it, this is marked sterling, and then there is an engraved word or name right above that. And I found it said Brulon, B-R-U-L-O-N is what I saw. But Google searching that, I cannot find anything. So I'm at a loss. So I'm probably just going to have to list it and hope that, you know, it's not anything too crazy that, like, you know, I'm potentially going to lose money because I don't know what I have type of thing. But this is so buttery soft. I mean, it is straight up just all leather, plus that little sterling piece there on the front. Just so well made. This purse here was only $1. $1 I paid for that. But like I said, I don't have it currently listed, but I hope to have it up soon. Someone in one of the posts that I made on one of the eBay Facebook group that I posted about it, said it was maybe Brie Leon, and that's like I think a French designer. So I don't know. To me, I can't say for sure. Like, I went looking on the website, I didn't see anything that looked like it. So I'm really like at a loss as to who made that purse, or if it's just like someone said too, maybe someone just had their name or like their last name engraved on that part. So I don't know, but we'll find out. That's everything for this video though. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's probably a little bit long, especially since I put this haul in. Yeah, I'm hoping to get back into getting some videos up. It's snowing outside. Oh my gosh, I am so ready for winter to be over. It was so nice these past couple of days, and now it's all cold again. I wish it would just make up its mind. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. You'll have to let me know what you thought down below, and I will see you again soon.